Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade goes at Canelo again. Boo Boo talking shit. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, he wasted no time, and he's taking more shots at Canelo Alvarez after his victory against Maj Zaleski. Now, after the fight, he called out Canelo Alvarez. Canelo's team, and I'll try to pull it up for you guys, said that they were open to fighting Andrade, right? But the latest rumors and reports suggest that Sergey Kovalev could be the person that they end up fighting, and all these other names, but Andrade was nowhere on that list. Demetrius Andrade said, laughing my ass off, crying emoji. They'll do anything to avoid getting in the ring with me, and he put the running icon. New belts, new networks, possibly new planets, LOL. What else? You can't run for long. Hashtag, it's me again. Get over here. Get over here. It says hashtag or at Canelo, where your cojones at? He put the huevos. He said, where your cojones at? Mexican flag. Let's get it. Viva Mexico. Man, I told you the walls are closing in. Y'all don't like to listen to me sometimes. Y'all don't try to listen, and I be telling you what's going on in the game. The walls are closing in. Canelo Alvarez says he wanted to be undisputed at middleweight. His words. You know, I put it up in previous videos. He said that's his goal this year. To do that, you have to beat a guy named Boo Boo Andrade and Jamal Charlo. So, in my opinion, I don't even understand the franchise belt. You know, I understand the business of it. You know, that's basically it. Canelo doesn't want to fight Jamal Charlo, and as a result, they made this franchise title and basically stripped him, but they try to soften the blow by saying, oh, he's this, you know, brand new champion that can't be touched with no mandatories. And look, this is what makes it bad. It says Canelo considering Andrade for September 14th. But if Andrade right now, that was like an hour ago, if Andrade is posting on his social media, it's me again, and all this stuff, you can't run for long, that pretty much gives me the impression and indication that the negotiations aren't really moving or going anywhere as for him to become the September 14th opponent, even though his team and his side immediately when this article was posted, they said they would fight Canelo. You know, it says Canelo Alvarez, the IBF on Tuesday ordered a purse bid. So let me just condense this. Sergey Derevyanchenko, Canelo would have had to try to get an exception or exemption to not fight Derevyanchenko. He's already passed that deadline. So it's going to go to purse bid. So they have a purse bid for July 23rd. If Canelo, you know, his side hasn't even talked to Derevyanchenko's side. So that lets me know where their head's at, because they haven't even broke ground and made contact. So it sounds like Canelo doesn't want to fight Derevyanchenko. He's above the fight. He doesn't like the fight, whatever the situation is, right? So as a result, July 23rd is the deadline. If Canelo's team, you know, acts accordingly and clearly don't want to fight Derevyanchenko, then guess what? The belt gets stripped from Canelo, and then it becomes vacant, and then the highest rated people, which would currently be Sergey Derevyanchenko, and number 2 spot is empty, and number 3 is Golovkin. So likely Golovkin would be ordered to fight Derevyanchenko for the belt. Funny thing is, you know, it's all like coming full circle. Golovkin already avoided Sergey Derevyanchenko in the past. Last year, when Canelo failed a drug test, he was supposed to fight Derevyanchenko then, and he chose not to. It's going to be real interesting to see what these popular top two middleweights, Canelo and Demetrius Andrade, or excuse me, Canelo and Triple G decide to do. On one end, you got Charlo down their throats. The other end, you got Demetrius Andrade down their throat. And these are top class people. And look at new media. Look at the excuses. Why don't you fight Charlo, Jacob, Saunders, Caleb Smith, or how about a top 5 middleweight, LOL Clown? The protection squad is out in full force. Why would he fight Caleb? He's a champion at 160. Why would he fight Caleb Smith, who's at 168? Why would he fight Billy Joe Saunders, who's at 168? He tried to fight Billy Joe Saunders, who failed a drug test. So we are not going to do that. Then Jacobs just lost. Why? What does he gain from fighting Jacobs off a loss? Furthermore, if you actually know boxing, Jacobs said he's moving up to 168. He said he can't compete. His body is too hard. Charlo, that's a cool fight. That's a good fight, but he's on the PBC side. So they are willing to do, this is old media, they are willing to do anything to try to protect Canelo and Triple G. So the fight that should be easiest to make, Canelo on DAZN, Andrade on DAZN, you're against that. But you name 5 other people who have nothing, and Jacobs is on DAZN, Caleb Smith is on DAZN. So he could fight all those guys in-house, you know, because they're both with Eddie Hearn. He could fight them on DAZN, but not Canelo. And he's a champion. Look, why do I feel like, you know, Canelo will outbox that ass, but you don't care because it's a big payday? See, once again, this is what they do to black fighters. It's always about, they're just trying to get, it's nothing to do with legacy or trying to challenge themselves and compete. It's just, they're just looking for a payday. But when Rocky Fielding somehow comes up on the massive Canelo payday, nobody complains. Nobody says nothing. Maybe if you didn't run a 10K every fight. Look, fight Charlo. Look, I just don't believe a man who has his nose pierced. Look, talking about goofy shit. One excuse after another. Earn your shot and fight the top guys at middleweight before facing the #1. See, now it's this legendary. I love it. I love it. New media, we are destroying, and y'all know it. It's this legendary, you know, Canelo, he could just do whatever he wants and fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. with discipline issues, Amir Khan, Liam Smith, James Kirkland. You know, he could fight Rocky Fielding, but when it comes, and he can fight whoever he's going to fight next, which I cannot wait to see who Canelo decides. But he can fight all these guys, but then when it's an actual threat and really good fights, and they happen to be fights that two black fighters out of America, where you're trying to make the fight in America, and I think stylistically present danger to Canelo's style, Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, they gotta jump through hurdles and hoops and do all this extra shit. You know, people, like I said, they rather give fight predictions on what would happen as opposed to see it. I'm loving it. Shout out to Demetrius Andrade on the call out and following through. And, you know, he's just trying to smoke him out like Deontay Wilder did. That's what it's looking like it's coming to. So, you know, new media, we're going to see what it is and what people's opinions are. But the protection agency is out in full effect. And, you know, good luck with that. We work in new media. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.